Another word or phrase. Now, these are interesting. And if it were me, I'd get my highlighter out, okay? And I would highlight by the time, since, yeah, those two. Why? Because those two require you to use the perfect tense in the main clause. You must. Okay? So it's always nice to notice these little exceptions. By the time, since, ever since, you must use the perfect tense in the main clause. I was just talking to Holly downstairs, and she was getting frustrated with by the time. And it's because she didn't realize you have to use the, she didn't understand the meaning of it or why you have to, the tense. Okay? So let's look at the meaning, by the time. So what's the meaning? Ziggy, what does this say in parentheses right after by the time?
One event first will be completed. Before another event will start.
There you go. So one event was, it could be in the past, could be is right now, or it could be future will be completed before another event started in the past, or starts right now, or will start. See, what is that? One event completed and finished before another event starts. What tense is that? It's the perfect. That's why it requires you to use the perfect. So, look at the first example. Ziggy, will you read the first example?
Okay. By the time he arrived, we had already left.
Yeah. So, by the time he arrived, what tense is that? Good. Simple past. By the time he arrived, see, something else had already happened. We
had already left.
We had already left. So listen. The nature of this time phrase, okay? By the time, it's setting you up, it's requiring you to make a statement, an independent clause statement about something that happened before this thing. Does that make sense? That's why it always requires the independent clause to be in the past perfect. Okay? Well, it could be future perfect, as we'll see in number 2. Read the second one. Yeah, by the time
he comes, we will have already left.
Good. So, by the time he comes, what tense is that?
Simple present.
It is. Now listen. By the time he comes, as you guys know, you state facts, right, with a simple present. And the truth is, we don't know exactly if it's... Here's what throws it into the future. Right? We don't know when he's coming, but by the time he comes, and then it says, he will...
We will have already left.
We will have already left. So, by the time he comes, that's interesting. By the time he comes, so... Here he is. By the time he comes, right? This thing, and actually now what it does is, we know for sure that it's in the future, right? Because he's going to show up in the future, but by the time he shows up in the future, this will have already happened. So, again, it just requires whatever that thing is in the independent clause to be in the future perfect. Are you okay? Is that helpful to kind of see it on a timeline? I hope it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at since and ever since. Kind of similar. Let's go over here